Hi, I'm Katie, and today I'll be talking about The Neon Demon. The Neon Demon is a graphic and disturbing criticism of the fashion industry and tells the story of Jessie, our 16-year-old protagonist played by Elle Fanning, as she navigates the treacherous politics of haute couture. This movie's main argument is that among the upper echelons of LA's modeling industry lies a cutthroat society that exploits young women until they're no longer useful. This film was made for people with money. It comments on an industry often patronized by the upper class. Additionally, this film is an Amazon Prime original and must appeal to middle and upper class audiences who can afford the subscription. The visual rhetoric of this film is not very subtle. Throughout the film, there's an unspoken focus on Jessie's youth, naivety, and nervousness. She's often shown wringing her hands, she hesitates often, and moves her body in a stiff, uncomfortable way. However, about halfway through the movie, she's shown kissing herself in mirrors on either side of her. This marks the height of her narcissism, the profound effect modeling and fame has had on her character. In the beginning, Jessie wears flowing floral dresses, which slowly transition to more form-fitting leather clothes. Now you may be wondering, when does it get scary? And I asked myself the same question for about 2 hours while watching this movie. The majority of this movie feels like a drama, with a few brief episodes of suspense. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of disturbing and honestly disgusting imagery, but don't press play expecting to be terrified. Technically, The Neon Demon is stunning. The cinematography is amazing, and some of the imagery stays with you for hours after the credits roll. There are several standout performances, notably Elle Fanning as Jessie, Jenna Malone as Ruby, and Keanu Reeves as Hank. However, some of the characters left the impression that they could have been so much more given a different performance. Now, I'll be discussing the movie in more depth from here on out, so if you don't want to be spoiled, you should probably stop here. The way this film treats gender and sexuality is very controversial. The director wanted to use this movie to explore gender in film. He makes the men on screen very one-dimensional, essentially turning them into plot devices the way women have been for years. However, the female characters that make up the rest of the cast don't have much more depth than the men. The women in this film don't have complex relationships, and their only goals seem to be succeeding in the modeling industry. In other words, being the most youthful or beautiful woman in the room. They're quick to tear each other apart, and while the purpose of these traits does help convey the film's message about the cutthroat modeling industry, it does nothing to counter stereotypes regarding relationships between women. Additionally, Ruby's sexuality is poorly represented. Lesbians are often shown in media to be predatory and dangerous, and Ruby is no exception. While Jessie's boyfriend is willing to date a minor, and the owner of the motel she stays at even brags about watching the underage girls through their windows, Ruby is shown explicitly assaulting Jessie, and immediately afterwards she engages in graphic necrophilia at her second job doing makeup at a morgue. While showing sexual assault explicitly is controversial for many reasons, focusing it on the only lesbian character in the movie is extremely harmful to the already tenuous social perception of the LGBT community. This film's argument is made abundantly clear in the end, as Ruby and her haute couture henchmen cannibalize the beautiful and youthful Jessie, communicating to audiences that the modeling industry will literally chew you up and spit you out. This cannibalism is essential to the plot, and it makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the fetishization of Ruby and the scene during which she explicitly engages in necrophilia at her day job while fantasizing about Jessie. Refn himself has admitted to filming pornography, and that scene really does prove his point. I felt that it was unnecessary. It's already been established that Ruby is interested in Jessie and is a terrible person, so the 5 minutes of corpse sex just really left a bad taste in my mouth. Overall, this is a well-made movie. It looks incredible and leaves an impression. While I may not agree with the argument it's making or the way it presents gender and sexuality, I don't regret the 2 hours I spent watching it. However, it does lack substance and can feel like it's trying too hard at times. I'd rate The Neon Demon 6 out of 10.